we're continuing this knowledge about the hair in the Beal hair cube system, right? When they make hair, right, and they put it in the machines and they pump out the other end sort of perfectly stacked cubes of hair, right? So again, this is also a metaphorical for the T system of pumping out little babies with a cube system and all this, right? Now, because we know how to like the cube, we looked at the cube before and all this. And there's these hair bales, right? Like Christian Bale, that's here actor and all that, Christian Bale. Yeah, so they love hair cube, right? Cubes of hair and bales of hair and all this, right? And this is all the modernistic production of hair bales. To know, they basically call them hair cubes that come with a machine process, like an industrial process, right? Because obviously nowadays when they used to stack them into stack hair in the bales, it was very time consuming and all that. It took a lot of effort to stack all the hair up and all that. Now we use an industrial process. Just like the day when they're pumping out babies in there, incubators, right? The cube. Of course, away in a manger type of thing, it's got to be based on this, basically. Around about 1900, they were starting to invent the technologies and that, where they could do this type of thing, right? Industrialisation process, as you see a T on there, right? These incubators and all this. Imagine it like a sort of place where they've got big rows of these incubators pumping out little T babies, right? T Baby Incorporated. It was here. T Babies Incorporated. Out the incubators. VNG. Out the incubators. As you see, they're here making it simplified with this versatile new bale handling machine. So the industrial process came in, right? Changed over farming and crops, and also medicine. Right? So hair cubes are made to industrialise the process for just basically pumping out hair cubes, right? Hair processing and packaging. So you know what I mean? They apply these type of same knowledges to people basically. Hatcheries and stuff, like hatcheries, right? Making, little babies basically. Of course, you've got the type of hatchery idea, right? Apply to all type of creatures like fish and chickens, eggs, and so obviously they want to apply it to people as well, because that's what these people do, right? The farming process of living beings and that. You know what I mean? And a hatchery. Of course, incubating eggs, see, incubating eggs. So why can't he deal with human eggs and all that? Well, of course he can. See what I'm saying? I mean, look at all that. Efficient process of producing, life and all that. So here the incubator idea and the hatchery idea is pretty similar, right? So you can basically artificially create a womb environment in which to, give birth to people, see? Same as animals and plants and all that, flowers and all that, you know what I mean? You can, you can cross-pollinate flowers and that, So it's just the same, this is the same type of process what they use, right? Creating basically what they call artificial life, right? Now is gone around this trans process uniquely. Because therefore, right, if they use the unique process, they can control the birth rate and the sort of they can control the reproduction, which is obviously their ultimate aim, to control the reproduction. Everybody who gets born in that. So they make these little newborns eunuchs, right? Of course, yeah, here we go, right? And talk about Kurds, right? There's the German idea again. Jerry. Yeah, Jerry. Of course, they've been doing it a long time before this, right? But this is part of Kurd, the stuff they put out. You know. Of course, there's a dollar and there's a 777. This has been going on a long time and in a mass production scale, right? He was born in a bull. Of course, Margaret Hatcher, tea hatcher. This is one that came out of that process, right? The tea hatcher. Total tea drinker come with the hatcheries. Right? Of course, a lot more examples than that, right? Right. And this is also to do with a hatchery, right? We pull a rabbit out of the hat, this magic idea, because rabbits is to do with reproduction, right? And hatchery. So it's magic. It's magic, see, to create a baby out of their methods, right? Their hatcheries and all that. See, the Magus and the Magnum Opus. It's referring to the hatchery. Metaphors, see. Of course, that's also to do with Easter Bunny, isn't it? The East, see, the East. And the Easter Bunny. Of course, well, things like this we see or could, a could. Putting in a bit of could and hexes and stories and that, right? You had this hex, which was about the Iraq War and all this stuff. Kuwait stories and all this. See, but they're including the incubator idea in it. For a bit of could, meaning in the hex, right? And look at the hex idea, it's what you've got in this, right? In Al Saba, the 7. Right, 15 years older for 6. And look at this. Start with it. Wait, you got to test these anyway. The test day idea, right? The moon idea. For a lot of hex. But look at the T, right? And then from this bit there, right? So you start with a T. Look what that spells out, right? So again, a code, and then it's a codes and again trans codes. Know what I mean? Trans codes. Pure hex, of course, all this stuff. Hex upon hex, you know what I mean?